Hello kitties and welcome back to my channel. It's Lulu here, and today I'm going to be showing you some tips on how to make better preppy houses in Adopt Me. Okay, so we're going into my bunker house. You can see everything. It is sped up just because it was like 35 minutes long of me just like building because I forgot I was recording, basically. By the way, you can use any of these ideas, just please don't copy the entire thing just because, you know, I did work pretty hard on this. But anyways, first tip is to save up. And I say this because it's one of my golden rules for building houses for myself and to trade, because whenever I build houses, I run out of money before I run out of ideas. I get really upset and it just like I lose the ideas and I can't end up getting them back before I have enough money. So what I like to do is I like to set myself up how much money I want to grind to for this specific house that I'm going to be building in, just so that like I know like what to do, like how much money I can spend and like what items I can buy and how much to spend per room, just so that it makes everything go a lot smoother and I could finish the whole house with one amount of budget. Most of the time recently I've been running out of ideas before money just because I've been building up money a lot more recently, and that's honestly a lot better for me in my opinion. It makes building a lot easier. What you're gonna see here in the next clip is I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna completely hate it and like redo the whole entire thing. And honestly that's on my next tip. Number 2, trial and error. Like, you're not going to get everything perfect the first time. Like, if you need to, delete some items or move some items and rearrange them, because that'll make your house so much better when you put more idea and thought into it. The next tip, which is also a big one, is color scheme. Have a set color scheme before you start building. One of these clips that come up here, I don't know if it already happened because I can barely even see what's going on. I always put my colors that I'm using on the first menu where it says like select color, not like whatever. I can't remember what it says. I can put a screenshot up here for you though. I can try, at least. And I have that color scheme right there, so I know exactly what colors I can and can't use, so I can make the whole entire build cohesive to each other and just look so much more put together and clean. Third tip before starting your build, collect inspo. Collect like ideas. Literally just go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Go to your friends' houses. Go on a random server and just walk into people's houses and like get ideas. Like see like what other people have going on inside their houses and like see if you want any little bits of that house in yours. And don't copy someone's entire house because that's just rude. Instead, just like take little snippets from certain areas of people's houses or little snippets from other people's houses, and your build will look probably a lot better. And what I like to do is I like to take pictures on my phone of little areas that I do like if I walk into someone's house and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, just so that I can have that set aside for myself and like look back at it and not have to like try and remember everything, because it's really hard to. So I recommend taking pictures as well. Another tip that obviously not everyone can follow, but I do highly recommend playing on iPad if you're going to be building, just because like the screen is a lot bigger than a phone, but you still have more manual hand control rather than just like a mouse and like a keyboard. It just makes my life so much better when I'm building like that, so I'm sure it'll make somebody else's life better as well. So if you do have the access to be able to build on an iPad or a tablet of some sort, definitely recommend it so much. It just like makes everything so much easier. And the last like actual probable tip is to get a preppy house if you want to build preppy houses. And these houses include, which I'm not sure if I got them all, but if I didn't, please let me know. The preppy houses that I think are preppy is the Royal Palace, the Sandbox Island, the Toy Shop, the Pirate Ship, not really anymore, but still, the Bunker House, and the Queenslander House. Those are all houses I think are pretty preppy, and like you'll probably get better offers if you do end up trading them, and it'll just like probably look a lot better to like anybody walking in your house or like seeing your house. They'll be more like interested to go inside. I'm gonna list off all of the items I like to use: mirrors, rugs, neon arrow, neon light strip, telephone and television, pumpkins, stars, hearts, lamps. The unicorn, pride, and penguin lamp are the ones that I use mostly. The lantern, modern food bowl, pet feeder thing. Sorry, I have no clue what that actual name is. I always search up feeder. Baths, specifically like the oval one because that one looks like the cleanest, but I also use the tiny bath just because I don't want to spend too much money if I'm just going to trade the house. The hot tub, which I already put up there. trees, which is the palm tree thing, and then the little tiny fairy tree. I like using that tree, the island tree, instead of the actual like palm tree, just because I think it looks better. The tiki bar, in the last little snippet I made a tiki bar. They blurred out tiki bar, so I had to do whatever, but I like to make those little things so you can copy that because literally everybody does it. The presents, which I think I'm going to put up here. Oh, I also didn't mention, but I also like to use the shell lamp. Not as much as every other lamp, but still. The snowballs I like to put on the ground everywhere, and as well as the wheels. Some of the windows I like to use is the stripe window, and the one with little squares on it, I forgot its name, but those are like the only windows I like to use. I think the other ones just like don't suit me, or just like I don't really like them. And preppy houses usually have pet beds all over them, so what you want to do is probably like throw up pet beds everywhere, food bowls, like all the stuff like that. Basically everything you see right here is what I like to put in my houses. I do end up searching it up, but you'll probably have to pause to actually like see what's going on. But like everything in this I love to use, and if I didn't mention it, it's probably up here in the snippet of the video. So if you like any certain item, just pause at where it's being placed and it's probably right up there on there. And usually most of the time I like to use baths instead of showers, but one exception is using the gumball shower or using like the haunted shower if it's like a haunted house. And those fridges, they don't serve any purpose, just decoration, even though they're kind of expensive, but yeah. And last but definitely not least is walls and floors. For walls and floors, this like kind of pulls together your whole entire house, so I like to like put detail into this. Usually though, I only do white and black walls depending on the house that I'm doing, or like style of the house that I'm doing, just because it's a lot cheaper. But anyways, I like to use the zebra wall, not most of the time because it's so expensive. The white and black walls for like just basic houses. I like to use the tile wall. I don't quite remember what it is, but I did put it up there. And the rainbow wall, I don't also like to use because it's kind of expensive and it kind of clashes with my themes. I've used it once just because like I got the color scheme, but anyways. And the floors I like to use are just like the carpet, the gray carpet, the wooden one that my floor was, or like the light wood one that's like $23 I think. Can't remember the names, but yeah. Anyways, that's all the tips that I have for today. I hope that these tips helped you guys, and I wish you luck on making preppy houses of your own. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Bye!